These are the best plays that you should be betting on today. This is the Daily Profit brought to you by Linemaker Sports. In today's slate, we're going to go through the NBA and also we're going to do a full breakdown of the Monday Night Football match between the Rams and the Dolphins. But before we get to that, let's talk about this past weekend where we had a great weekend where the public got absolutely smashed by the sports books. All right. But let's talk about yesterday. We had an 88% probability for Brock Purdy to go over 224 and a half passing yards. He surpassed that easily. There was really no doubt there. He had 300 plus. So that was easy. On Saturday, we had Texas minus 16 and a half. They covered that with ease. And then on Friday, we had Rice plus 14 and a half. That one covered with decent ease. It got a little sweaty there, but they covered that pretty easily. And then we had Kyrie Irving to have over 28 and a half points, rebounds, and assists. He had a 77% probability there. He crushed that one. Then we had LeBron to go over 33 and a half points, rebounds, and assists. There was a 77% probability for him to do that as well, and he crushed that one. All right, so we had a great weekend. Like I said, guys, if you guys want to stop losing and you guys want to be a winning sports bettor and know what it's like to actually win, click the link in the description and join the team. It's very simple. All right, if you guys want me to teach you exactly how to do this research one-on-one, where I could show you exactly how to come up with money lines, spreads, player props, totals, all that good stuff. Make sure you guys click the link in the description as well. Stop being a losing sports bettor like 99% of the people out there and join the 1% who are actually winning. Now let's talk about the NBA for today. Let's start with Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell has a 71% probability to go over 29 and a half points, rebounds, and assists. He's going against the fourth worst team at guard in the shooting guard position. So decent shot for him today to get over that mark. He has the good probability to back that. He can get that in points. All right. Any given night, Donovan Mitchell could put up 30 plus points. Now, the only thing that is a little bit iffy about this is Cleveland's playing so well that they could possibly get, this could be a blowout. And then Donovan Mitchell doesn't play the fourth quarter, and that could hurt that PRA number because that's definitely a factor in the NBA. When there's a blowout, your star players are not going to play the fourth quarter, and then that hurts their overall PRA. But if they could somewhat keep this as a close game, Donovan Mitchell should be able to get over that 29 and a half points, rebounds, and assist mark. And like I said, the strong probability backing that as well. Now let's talk about in the same game. Darius Garland, we have a 57% probability for him to go over 24 and a half points, rebounds, and assists. He's going against the second worst team at guarding the point guard position. So you got to understand here, we have great matchups for Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell. But if it's a blowout, probably neither are going to hit their PRA number. So I think we need 4 quarters out of both of these guys to be able to try to hit their number. Garland has the less attractive one at 57%, but is what it is. On a day like today where there's not a crazy amount of NBA games, you got to just work with what you got. So Darius Garland, again, 57% probability for him to go over that 24 and a half PRA mark. Now that takes us to our last NBA player, which is Zach LaVine. Has the same probability here, 57% probability, but this is to go under 31 and a half points, rebounds, and assists. He is going against the 4th best team at guarding the small forward position. So there should be some resistance there. All right. So that way they should be able to limit him. 31 and a half is not a crazy amount to get. So it's definitely obtainable even if you have a decent game. But if there is some resistance there because he has the probability to back it and has the matchup against him, he should be able to get somewhere under that mark. It might get a little sweaty though. All right. That play might get a little bit sweaty, but again, 57%, I'm not crazy about sub 60% probabilities. So if you just want one to go with, you could definitely go with, just Donovan Mitchell. As long as it's not a blowout, he should be able to surpass that number. Now let's talk about Monday Night Football. We get the Rams versus the Dolphins. Now, right off the bat, I'm going to go through some stats for these teams, and I'm going to discuss why the Dolphins' offensive stats are probably not as accurate. So Miami right now is ranked last in the league in scoring, but they could not score a point when Tua was out. So that has affected definitely what their overall stats are there. LA, they're middle of the pack in scoring, so they're decent. They have their weeks where they can put up points, weeks where they can't. Miami's defense, yeah, it's middle of the pack, but trending down a little bit. They're 19th in scoring defense, and LA is bottom 10 in defense, so not too great. All right. Miami's passing yards per game is ranked 24th, but that obviously, like I said, is affected by Tua being out. Once he was, out, there was no passing game whatsoever. And then LA, they're one of the best teams. They're top 10 in passing. So they heavily rely on their passing game. But Miami's secondary and their defense is one of the best in the league. So it's going to be a little bit tough for Stafford probably and his receivers tonight. And then on the opposing side there, LA's secondary, not too great. All right. So they're 24th in the league. They're bottom. So not too great in the secondary for LA. Now, Miami, they are 9th in rushing. This contributes to the weeks where Tua was out because they had to lean heavy on that rushing game. So they were able to get more rushing yards, obviously, in that game. So that one's not really that accurate as well. Now, on the opposite side, LA is one of the worst rushing teams in the NFL, which is kind of surprising with Kyren Williams in the back. And they feed him like 20 plus times a game. He just really doesn't break out. He doesn't have those breakout games. All right. But Miami's rush defense, middle tier, 13th. So not bad, but not too great. And then LA's rush defense is 25th. So one of the worst rush defenses in the league. So what it looks like right off of just, top layer here, looks like Miami should be able to run the ball and they should be able to pass the ball. So Miami should be able to do really whatever they want in this game. Now, keep an eye out for Tyreek Hill because Tyreek Hill has a questionable tag on him. All right. So if he doesn't play, that obviously does hurt the passing game for sure. So keep an eye out for that. That's something pretty big to keep an eye out for tonight. Now let's get more in detail with this game. Miami, they're the third best against opposing quarterbacks. So they're one of the best in the league because they have one of the best secondaries. So they're one of the best in the league. So it's definitely something to pay attention to there, as Matthew Stafford should struggle a bit tonight for sure. Now, LA, they're one of the worst against opposing wide receivers. So they give up yardage for sure to opposing wide receivers. So they could, get exploited by Tyreek Hill, by Waddle. So we could see what happens there. Miami, they are ranked one of the worst teams against opposing running backs, which is kind of crazy because they're middle of the pack when it comes to rushing yards. So still there, might have some opportunity for Kyren Williams. So something to pay attention to there because Miami's not that great against opposing running backs stat-wise. And then again, we know this because of what I just went through, but Miami, they are one of the best against opposing wide receivers. Their secondary is great. So Stafford and his receivers, they should struggle depending on who's out there. If Cooper and Puka are both out there, or if just Cooper or Puka Nacua is just out there, they should be getting shut down. They shouldn't have their way for sure. All right. So key things to look at for tonight in tonight's matchup. I would say look at Tua's passing yards possibly because that's something that could be exploited. The running game is iffy for the Dolphins because Mostert's back. So HEN and Mostert are probably going to be not splitting carries, but that could affect, HEN's rushing game for sure. He could lose some opportunities there. On the other side of the ball, can't really look at anything but maybe the unders on like Stafford and possibly his receivers. The only way to go maybe with the Rams is look at Kyren Williams. All right. You could possibly look at Kyren Williams there and see where that could possibly work out. But you would need a game script where the Rams are running heavy for sure. But he does get 20 plus touches a game. So, it could open up for him somehow, maybe. All right. But that's the stuff for Monday Night Football. Now, guys, we reached out and everybody wanted to know, like, how do you reach out for the giveaway that we do every Friday? So in the comment section, we will find one of those comments that end up, getting hit in the random generator for the names, and we will reply to your comment. That's how you'll know. You'll get notified when the comment's on there. All right. So unfortunately for that person, they didn't respond this last week. All right. Fortunately, though, for everybody that's watching, this week on Friday, we're going to give away $2,000. $2,000. So we're doubling up. If the person doesn't respond, we're just adding that and rolling it over into the next week. So this Friday is going to be $2,000. All right. All you have to do is comment GOAT and you have to be a subscriber. All right. Every single video that we put out from Monday through Friday, you need to comment GOAT and you need to be subscribed to be eligible because I don't just do it from one video. I do it from all the videos. All right. So make sure you guys are doing that. It's very important because this week, like I said, it's a double up. So we got $2,000 that we're giving away on Friday. So make sure you are a part of that because it's very important. All right. Let's get to the F-bombs for today. I got a 77% NFL, another 75% NFL, and then an 80% NBA F-bomb. You guys want those? Click the link in the description and be a part of the group. It's that simple. You guys want to be a part of the winning team? You go click the link in the description. So many people ask, where do I join? How do I join? I tell you this in the video right now. Listen to me. click the link in the description. Join the team. It's that simple. All right. And you will be a part of the winning squad. It's that simple, guys. And if you guys want me to teach you one-on-one how you can do this at a level to where you're not donating every single week, you click that link in the description as well. And you hit coaching. It's that simple. All right. As for the F-bombs, one thing I did want to address is when you join the group, to find the F-bombs, all you got to do is find the probability and link it up with the play that's in there. The percentages. That's very simple. That's all you have to do. All right. So that's how you find the F-bombs once you join the group, because there is other stuff in there too, as in the money line, spreads, totals, all that good stuff. So make sure you guys are paying attention to everything that I tell you in these videos, because it's very important. If you want to be a winning sports bettor, you have to listen to the things that I tell you, because it's very, very important, and pay attention to the numbers that I tell you on the prop plays. That's very important as well. And if you guys are struggling to find exactly what sports books to find that stuff at, there is a link in the description for all the sports books that you could find. All right. So there is no excuse for you to not be a winning sports bettor if you're watching this channel, if you're watching this show every single day. And like I said, this Friday, $2,000 is being given away to one of you lucky subscribers and commenters out there. So comment GOAT and make sure you're subscribed. And this Friday, you might have a chance to win $2,000. As always, guys, I'm Frank with Linemaker Sports. I will see you guys in tomorrow's show. Till then, I'm out.